DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Del Orso to Bradley. Back to Del Orso. Squares for the three. It is good. Del Orso with his second triple of the game. 12 points for Delhi in the first half. 37-33 Arizona. Ball knocked away, stolen. Here's Bradley on the run the other way. Lay it up and good.
Arizona Wildcats got back to a little bit of their transition game. Got back to winning. That was the most important thing about Wednesday night at McKale Center, knocking off the BYU Cougars to snap a 2-game losing streak, grab back some momentum heading into what is going to be a very, very difficult test come Saturday on the road in Houston, Texas, against the Houston Cougars. Welcome to DK on the Sports Tip. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. JW Madden is here with us today. We will talk all things. Lot going on. I mean, we're back to the busy season. The NBA All-Star break is over. So the league is back in action tonight. The Suns will be on the floor for their first game post All-Star break, and all they get is the best team in the Western Conference right now, one of the best teams in the Western Conference, in the San Antonio Spurs. The good news for the Suns is they open up this second half of the season, this unofficial second half. We're really way past the second half, the halfway point of the season anyway. Is that everybody's healthy. At least that's what the availability report, I think they still call it the injury report in the NBA. But nobody's on it. Nobody's on it today for the Suns. So that's good. That's good to have everybody good to go. Jalen Green, Devin Booker, a lot of those guys have been ailing coming into All-Star Weekend, but all of them appear to be ready to go as the second half opens tonight on the road in San Antonio. So we'll dive into that. We'll dive into Arizona basketball. We'll dive into Arizona women's basketball. Had a chance to get out to the game the other night against Colorado. It was, I don't know if you were at that game, but if you were, I want to hear from you at 520-848-1290. I mean, the Wildcats, who literally got their doors blown off in Boulder the first time around, they had that game won. I mean, it was they had all the momentum. Fourth quarter, they built a 7-point lead, and I mean, I've not seen a lead evaporate like I did the other night for Arizona women's basketball, in going from being up 7 with 6.5 minutes go to losing by 8. Yeah, it was a pretty bad ending. Pretty bad ending to, but again, we'll let you hear from Becky Burke what she had to say. It's been a difficult year. Their season coming down to the end. Kansas City on the horizon. Can they be one of those teams that maybe grabs a win? They might, because again, I think how it works, and I haven't looked at the bracket, but I think how the bracket works at the women's basketball tournament is the lower seeds play each other first. So certainly Arizona could get a win in that opening day of the schedule against one of their lower seed compadres to get a chance to get into that main bracket, and then a possibility of knocking off a TCU or a Baylor or one of those teams at the top, of Texas Tech, is what they would likely be looking at if they got into the bottom half of the bracket. You never know. I mean, they play hard. They're just right now a little underwomaned out there, and we got a chance to hear from Becky Burke on the situation with Michaela Purdue, who is out for the season. The scans just did not come back with what they had hoped to see, and they will not do anything else with her injured wrist until after they get back to Kansas City, and with the way that the record stands right now, they're not likely to get selected for one of those lower tier tournaments that we have now in the NCAA. So after the Big 12 championships, their season is likely to be over. Thus, Michaela Purdue's season is over, as she announced earlier this week on Twitter. We talked about that a little bit on Tuesday, and her college basketball career, after 6 years at a multiple number of schools, working her way up to this opportunity. It's sad, as the great rapper 50 Cent once said, it's sad had to end this way. Sad had to end this way. But we can get into that as well. Arizona softball is on the road playing in the D. Marini Invitational they're supposed to be playing this tournament at Stanford, but they're playing it at something called West Valley Junior College. That's a little bit of a mess. And not to mention it rained at West Valley after the game started, so they had a weather delay already today. We'll update you on that. We've got baseball tonight here in Tucson at High Corbett Field, the first home series of the season. The Yukon Huskies. I don't know. Do they play good baseball at Yukon? I have no idea how good Yukon is at baseball. Have you heard much about Yukon baseball?
I didn't know Yukon had a baseball team until just now. No.
Until just now.
No, I did not know that they did. No. I did watch some of that actual game is being broadcast on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
It's only on YouTube. And DK, I didn't see rain, but I did see so much fog that you could barely see from the mound to the home plate.
That was before the rain started. Yeah. It was a partly cloudy, sunny day. Then it went to a bunch of fog. I don't know where West Valley College is. I know a lot about the California junior college system because I grew up broadcasting in it in an early portion of my career, but I have no idea exactly where. I'm assuming it's somewhere near Palo Alto. I have no concrete idea where that is. Saratoga, California?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea where Saratoga, California is. But is it close to Palo Alto, I would imagine?
I'm going to find out right now.
Yeah.
It's, just southwest of San Jose.
Okay, there you go. Well, it was partly cloudy. Then it went to extremely foggy. Then as the announcer, the young man who was doing the games said, it's raining sideways.
Yeah.
And that was after Janae Berry had walked 4 batters in a row in the first inning. 4 batters in a row in the first inning. That continues to be a problem. That continues to be a problem for Arizona softball. Now, the good news is Riley Holder came in to this game and has held the fort because, again, we didn't get to see Riley much in the first week of the season when Oklahoma and all that was going on. She was not ready to go. And I'm not sure if today is the first time she's pitched. I'm not positive of that. But she has kind of righted the ship. Inning and 2/3, it looks like, on the board right now. They're in the third. She's allowed just 2 hits, no runs. She has not walked a batter. That's good. She has struck out 1 batter. But the Wildcats currently leading Boise State 7-2. They will take on the host team Stanford as well today. It's a doubleheader day for the 15th ranked Arizona Wildcats. They will take on number 10 Stanford. So that will be the game to watch. They're obviously behind schedule. I believe that game was supposed to start with Stanford at 3 o'clock, but they are still playing the first game due to the weather. So we'll keep you up to date on that.
And that's not the only top 10 team they're going to see this weekend.
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas is also on the horizon. We mentioned that last week that the Wildcats on their preseason resume would get both Oklahoma and Texas, the 2 teams that played for the national championship last year at the Women's College World Series. So there you go. You get another big test.
Out of the gate.
2 hits for Taylor Beal, 2 hits for Serenity Trice already. Serenity continues to hit above 500. Top of the lineup, Reagan Shockey hitting .513. Serenity Trice hitting .525. You got to like that. I mean, the first 5 batters in the lineup. Taylor Beal hitting .359. Sydney Stewart hitting .382. Grace Jenkins hitting .344. Pretty good numbers. Pretty good numbers for your Arizona softball team offensively. If they can get the pitching together, they might have a chance to do some damage this year in the Big 12. Still early. Arizona baseball, still looking for their first win. 0-4. That's never happened before. I guess we'll find out tonight how good UConn is at baseball. And if the Wildcats can get on the board there, got something for you when we come back as it relates to Arizona baseball. Want to hear from you today. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290. Lot to talk about. The Olympics. Big news coming out of Italy today as well. JW Madden's here. I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
O'Reilly. Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
In the automotive industry, time and trust mean everything. Miss an electrical problem, and it can mean big problems for your operation. That's why Napa believes in testing the 5 critical components in every vehicle: the battery, starter, alternator, relay, and serpentine belt. And why we deliver the parts, tools, and expertise you need to catch problems before they become breakdowns. So test every vehicle and trust the name that keeps your bays busy and your business moving full speed ahead.
Never know how. In a world in need of a hero, one man rises to the challenge in style. He is just driving the kids to soccer practice. Make every day feel epic in the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. Packed full of features with up to an EPA-estimated 619 miles of range on select trims, advanced tech, and class-leading interior space. Come on, guys. No cleats on the seats. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603, 562-314-4603 for more details.
Navy Federal Credit Union can help you dominate debt with the Platinum Card. Transfer your credit card balance to the Platinum Card within your first 60 days and get a 0% intro APR for 12 months. Our members could save thousands of dollars over the promo period. Visit NavyFederal.org/platinum. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. After the intro rate expires, variable APRs are 10.24% to 18% based on creditworthiness. Rates are subject to change. ATM fees for cash advances are up to $1 at non-Navy Federal ATMs. Offer ends 3/31/2026.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed. Plus, free home delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Hey, Ron.
Gary.
Gary. William. Ron.
Gary.
Hey.
Okay, we got that out of the way. What's on your mind?
I don't think people should pay their bills.
That sounds
illegal. Let me finish. I don't think people should pay their bill until 2027 for a brand new system from Alaskan AC.
Wasn't this my idea last month?
Yes, but this is this month, and it's my idea.
Hard to argue that logic.
Okay, so the message is simple. Get a brand new heating and air system
installed neatly in just one day
with AeroSeal duct sealing
and inspected 5 ways to Sunday.
All of it, and make no payments till 2027
with approved credit. I'm the disclaimer guy.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Now what?
No need to complicate things, right? Start this year out with a shiny new heating and air system.
And no payments for a full year.
Seems like we're forgetting something.
No, I did the disclaimer thingy.
Can't put my finger on it.
Oh, schedule now at alaskanac.com.
That's it.
Can't forget that part.
Let's go! You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together. Widening work on Grant east of Country Club to Swan Road. You could use FEMA instead. Also, due to that project, Columbus is closed near Grant and Dodge Boulevard closed near Grant Road. Grant and Alvernon travels down to 1 lane each direction and no left turns permitted at Alvernon and Grant. Rain expected into the evening, 45 and clear overnight, 59 with a 25% chance of rain tomorrow and 61 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Score major deals on top brands at Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Find your dream mattress today. Their sleep experts are highly trained to find the right one to fit your unique needs. They make sleep easy.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Full show for you today. Full show for you tomorrow. Tomorrow, as we were talking in the first segment, Arizona baseball is home for their first home series this weekend. They will take on UConn, the University of Connecticut, who are better than advertised, J-Dub. They've been to the NCAA tournament quite a few times in recent years.
Yeah, that's my bad. I should have known about the UConn Huskies history in baseball. They've been to the NCAA tournament like 8 out of the last 10 years. Their last College World Series appearance, however, was 1979, but they've been consistently in the NCAA tournament. Their head coach also has been there forever. He's been there. Jim Penders has been there since 2004, DK. So a lot of consistency with the Huskies baseball program.
So hard to make out exactly so far in this early season. This Arizona Wildcats baseball team, they scored 7 runs the first night. They scored 6 runs the second night, and they couldn't stop anybody. They gave up 17 runs in the first 2 games and losing to their former Pac-12 brethren, Stanford and Oregon State. And then the next 2 games, they've combined to score 2 runs. Michigan and Omaha, they pitched better, but they allowed 7, but scored just 2. And thus they are 0-4 to start the season. This is a 4-game series with the Huskies. Tonight, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday's games will all start at 6 o'clock out at High Corbett Field. Sunday will be a day game. It'll be Meet the Team. They had to remember they had to cancel the Meet the Team because I think it rained that Saturday in January when they were supposed to do that. So they will have the Meet the Team and a post-game autograph session on Sunday after the 1 o'clock affair. We will be live with DK on the Sports Tip tomorrow from High Corbett Field for the second game of this series. So join us out there. We'll be out there from 3 to 6. We do a number of shows out at High Corbett Field every year. We generally do anywhere be at least 6, sometimes more than that if there's postseason baseball that comes up. But we will have the first of our live shows from High Corbett tomorrow from 3 to 6. So join us before the ball game if you're headed out to the ballpark tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Arizona and UConn. It's going to be backyard baseball night. There'll be a pennant giveaway as well. So some cool promotions going on for the first home series. The Wildcats in the midst of a 5-game homestand before they head to Las Vegas next weekend for the Las Vegas Classic. That'll be at Las Vegas Ballpark where the AAA club plays. They'll see Oregon, Vanderbilt, and UC Irvine out at that particular tournament. All right, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Last night, both the Pima men's and women's basketball teams won. We're going to talk some Pima basketball on the show today. They are the last of the unbeaten. You know, for a long time, it was Pima men and the U of A men. And then the U of A men fell twice in a row, losing at Kansas and then home to Texas Tech. But the Pima men just continue to roll on through this season. They won again last night over South Mountain, and they are now 28-0 on the season. It's been another unbelievable run for Brian Peabody's crew, and they just it's just insane what that team has done I'm sorry, I think I said 28. They are 28-0. 28-0 to start the season. And so we'll talk to Brian Peabody, the head coach of the men's basketball team. Isaac Johnson had 17 points last night, did not miss a shot. He was 6 for 6 from the field. Jaron Graham had 17. He missed just one shot.
Are
6
you
of 7.
Ask Coach Peabody why they're only averaging 107 points a game. It's kind of slacking this year.
Only 107 points. Right. It's just impressive. They are undefeated, obviously, in ACC play as well. 16-0, currently ranked 4th in the nation in terms of Division II teams in the NJCAA. 77-65 was the final last night. But that wasn't the score that made your eye pop last night at South Mountain. They were on the road. It was the women's game that made your eye pop. The women's team last night beat South Mountain. I mean, beat their butt pretty handily. Yeah, JW, I don't think you're going to really believe this score when I tell you what the women's team did last night.
That bad, huh?
It was pretty bad. Pretty bad. The women's team, let me go back here. I'm on the wrong page. The women's team won 93-18.
Wow.
Over South Mountain. 93-18.
Isn't there like a run rule?
They had a run. What we talk about, I don't know, what do we call the kill shot? Kill shot, 10-0 run? Okay, they had almost 4 kill shots consecutively.
Yeah.
A 39-0 run.
Wow.
In that game for the Pima for the Aztec ladies. Kylie Sowers Miller had 19-9. She had 6 blocks. Malicia Nelson, the walking triple-double, came up a little short. 16 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds, 7 steals. She was just 2 rebounds and 3 steals shy of a quadruple-double. Malicia Nelson. Lucy Fisher had 15 points and 11 rebounds, a 39-zip run. They are number 10, the Pima ladies. They are number 10 in NJCAA and continue to be a dominant club on the women's side in the ACC-AC.
I don't know how, but South Mountain apparently had 40 turnovers.
The women.
In
talking
that
about
game?
The women's game? Yeah.
40
turnovers.
And they shot 13% from the field.
Wow.
Hence the 18 points for the game.
Yeah.
40 turnovers. I think that's the most turnovers I've ever seen in a basketball game. Yeah. 40. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, we'll go back to Arizona women's basketball. They had 20. They forced 25 turnovers the other night in losing that game to Colorado.
And
that's happened a number of times this year. I've never seen a team that can force that many turnovers and lose. They've lost a number of games where they've forced 22 plus turnovers.
I'll tell you why. It's because their own turnovers at the end. I mean, you go look. You talked about them being up by 7 and how they finished that game. It's turnover, missed shot, turnover.
Yeah.
Like there were, I think, 4 or 5 turnovers that Arizona had themselves down the stretch of that game. So it's just the timely nature of when you're giving up, especially if those are pick 6 style turnovers that turn into instant offense for the opponents. That's an easy way to erase a 7-point lead.
What do we and the men, the Arizona men, they seem to have a problem turning the ball over when they are faced with a press.
The press late, it's very interesting because they're not seeing much press at all. Because a guy like Jaden Bradley, a senior point guard with really good handles, good quickness, good understanding court awareness. You don't tend to press guys like that. Braden Burries has shown the ability as a backup, one to be able to handle the ball as well. So what you'll notice is teams don't generally press Arizona for the whole game. However, DK, when there's desperation time and Arizona's got a 10-point lead with 2 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go, they'll break out some kind of full court press. And Arizona's inbounding issues, I think, are the big ones. It's not necessarily their philosophy of how they're breaking the press, but passing towards the sideline into a double team trap. That's what we obviously saw at that final, couple of minutes versus BYU the first time, and the situation last night as well. You really need to just clean up where those inbound passes are going to, and don't throw the ball towards a third defender in the sideline, especially if the baseline is a corner that's 4 defenders. You're quadruple teaming your point guard when you pass the ball there. So just to lead to figure out a better way to inbound those balls and figure out how to release that pressure. Maybe front lines across the board with all Big 12 teams these days. That's one issue when you're guarding the out of bounds. Let's say if it's a dead ball baseline inbounds and the player can't move along the baseline, that's another issue. It's just something Coach Lloyd has been in the game for how many decades? 3 decades. So it's not as if he hasn't seen presses before, understands the philosophy of press breaking. I just think late in games, it's a little bit nerve-wracking to see two.
Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select oil filter for just $32.99. Plus, receive 2 times O Rewards points. Limits apply. Choose Syntec exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Are you an adult with uncontrolled moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms and still packing a backup bag of clothes? Just in case? Skyrizi Risankizumab Riza can help you take control of your Crohn's. Feel significant symptom relief, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements at 4 weeks. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help people achieve remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Individual results may vary. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Ready to take control of your Crohn's? Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Control is everything to me.
Learn more at skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Okay, get this. Now at Wendy's, you get to go biggie with new Biggie deals. That means going biggie with the $4 Biggie Bites, biggier with the $6 Biggie Bag, or biggiest with an $8 Biggie Bundle. So now you can choose and customize your Biggie deal. As you should. Sorry, I get fired up when I'm talking deals. More Biggie options so you can get more of what you really want at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
Now is the perfect time to start your next home renovation project. At the Window Depot, you get factory direct prices, no installers, no middleman, and serious savings. Windows, doors, cabinets, countertops, all in stock and ready to take home today. Perfect for DIYers and contractors who want to save thousands and get materials fast. Your project, your timeline, the best prices. Shop online at thewindowdepot.com or visit a location near you.
The dice are hot and the cash is calling at Casino del Sol. Every day, swipe your Club Soul card for a free entry into our Friday drawings at 6 p.m., 7 p.m., and 8 p.m. Plus, every 250 slot or table points gets you an extra entry. If your name is drawn, you'll step up and roll the dice. And if you hit 5 of a kind, you'll take home $5,000 in cool cash. Only at Casino del Sol, an enterprise of the Pascua Yaqui tribe.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Every day is a balancing act with work, family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU. We're a credit union that has been helping members achieve financial success since 1940. In fact, we put member success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you, Tucson. Join us, ICCU.
From offices and warehouses to retail spaces and restaurants, the right lighting transforms your environment. At Arizona Commercial Lighting, we've been proudly locally owned and operated for nearly 40 years. Our extensive inventory of in-stock lighting solutions is designed to meet both commercial and residential needs, with quality, variety, and value you won't find anywhere else. Visit us at 1436 East 17th Street or explore our offerings online at azcommerciallighting.com. Be sure to ask about available TEP rebates. Arizona Commercial Lighting, powering business through precision lighting.
Hey, man. It's me, your furnace, man. Hey, can I get a light here, man? I know we live in Arizona, so I understand I'm not, like as cool as your air conditioner. But I still need a tune-up at least once a year, man. So get the best in town, man. Goodfellas AC, bro. Hey, anybody smell that, man? I swear it wasn't me. Okay, it was me.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
We're going to talk some Pima College men's basketball straight ahead, so stay tuned for that. Brian Peabody scheduled to join us later this hour. Get a update on his team, 28-0. They started last year with 34 straight wins before losing in the national tournament, finishing the year with just one defeat. We'll find out what he thinks about this year's team versus the squad that he had last year. Big day at the Olympics in Italy. Let's get your update.
Westwood One Sports presents this special update on the 2026 Winter Games. Gold for Team USA in women's hockey thanks to a 2-1 overtime win over Canada. Megan Keller scored the game winner after Captain Hillary Knight tied things up with 2 minutes left in regulation with the extra skater. Third gold in women's hockey to go along with 1998 and 2019. Also gold for the U.S. in women's figure skating. Alyssa Liu claiming the gold after the free skate, which just wrapped up. First time the U.S. has won gold in this event since Sarah Hughes back in 2002. Alyssa Liu gets the gold. Fellow American Amber Glenn finishing in fifth. American speed skater Jordan Stoll is adding a silver medal in the 1,500 meters to his gold in the 500 and 1,000 meters. And the U.S. women's curling team on to the semifinals. They will take on Switzerland tomorrow. With this Winter Games update, I'm Brad Heller, Westwood One Sports.
Your life, your goals, your legacy. With a dedicated Fidelity advisor, it's all part of a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Need parts fast? Need them now? O'Reilly is fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly Auto Parts stand apart. Right now at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts, you can get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 qualifying brake rotors. Ask the professional parts people about additional brake pad and rotor upgrade options available at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Your life, your goals, your legacy. With a dedicated Fidelity advisor, it's all part of a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
All right, the American women's hockey team wins the gold medal today, beating Canada, coming back in dramatic fashion. When the game looked lost late, they tie it, and then they win it in dramatic fashion by a score of 2-1. We'll get into that in our 4 o'clock hour. Just some incredible things happening on the women's athletics side today over in Italy. The drought is finally over. 24 years since an American woman had stood on the podium in women's figure skating. And not only is an American woman standing on the podium, Alyssa Liu is standing at the top of the podium as the gold medal winner. Congratulations to the 20-year-old from Northern California. DK on the Sports Tip, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. We're going to talk some Pima basketball this hour. The Aztecs continue to be undefeated. They are ranked 4th in the country in Division II. JCAA. Suns back in action tonight as well. Lots of basketball to get to. Right now, though, we're going to get to your traffic as Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
From the Auto Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together. With a collision, Craycroft near 29th on Craycroft to the north of 29th Street, and some slowdowns due to road work on eastbound I-10 near Emparita Road. Rain into the evening, 45 the overnight low, 59 tomorrow with a 25% chance of rain tomorrow. 61 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Score major deals on top brands at Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Find your dream mattress today. Their sleep experts are highly trained to find the right one to fit your unique needs. They make sleep easy.
Progressive Commercial Insurance protects truck owners with specialized coverages for heavy trucks. Switch to America's #1 commercial truck insurer. Get a quote in as little as 5 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
It's tax time, y'all. If you want to file free, this next one's for you.
Now taxes is so free. TurboTax, free edition only, roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. How this is tax.
Love that jam. Up next, commercials.
Intuit TurboTax free edition. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, student loan interest, and Schedule 1A.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night.
And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed, plus free home delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Our beautiful Arizona winter weather brings cooler overnight temperatures, which means some of you are now seeing your vehicle's low pressure warning light. Colder overnight temperatures can lower your tire's pressure just enough to trigger a warning light. But don't worry, many times the solution is simply adding the correct amount of air to your tires. Then get back to enjoying the fantastic winter weather. If adding the air doesn't do the trick, stop by any of our 14 area Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care locations for a free tire inspection and air pressure check. And if you need help with the low pressure warning light, we fix those too. Mention this radio offer for a free installation with the purchase of any new tire pressure sensor. We'll install it in your wheel and rebalance your tires absolutely free. You'll find even more specials to get your car road trip ready at jackfurriers.com. So call ahead, make an appointment online, or just drop by. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Since 1960, we're here to get you there.
The dice are hot and the cash is calling at Casino del Sol. Every day, swipe your Club Soul card for a free entry into our Friday drawings at 6 p.m., 7 p.m., and 8 p.m. Plus, every 250 slot or table points gets you an extra entry. If your name is drawn, you'll step up and roll the dice. And if you hit 5 of a kind, you'll take home $5,000 in cool cash. Only at Casino del Sol, an enterprise of the Pascuayaki tribe.
We all know just because gifts for loved ones can look like flowers, a spa day, or maybe even planning date night. But what about something that will truly last and protect your loved ones along the way? I'm talking about life insurance. I called SelectQuote to secure our coverage and couldn't believe how easy and affordable it was. I'm 40, and my $500,000 policy was only $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. And with their same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. With monthly payments less than the cost of a bouquet of flowers, this is the perfect time to make sure your family is protected.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-596-2626 or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-596-2626. 1-800-596-2626. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Looking for quality windows without the wait? Come to the Window Depot. We carry a huge selection of Milgard windows, in stock now and ready for pickup. Need something custom? No problem. From new construction to full home replacement, we'll help you order the perfect Milgard windows built to fit your space, style, and budget. Whether you're a homeowner or contractor, the Window Depot makes it easy to get the windows you need fast. Visit thewindowdepot.com to find a location near you and see why we're your Milgard window experts.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
Presented by TaxSlayer. Start filing for free today at TaxSlayer.com. When Ravens' new offensive coordinator Declan Doyle was asked about the expectations for his players heading into the offseason program, he said, "We would expect all players to be here. The reason this is a big deal is Lamar Jackson typically skips the offseason program. We'll see if Lamar shows for the new coaching staff this spring." I'm Chris Black.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Free with
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. We'll be talking some Arizona basketball in the next hour. Right now, though, we're going to talk some Pima basketball as the Aztec men are the last of the undefeated, 28-0 on the season, coming off a victory last night over South Mountain. The head coach of the Aztecs joins us now, Brian Peabody. Brian, always honored to have a chance to chat with you. Another dynamic ball club that you've got this year. Last year's team started 34-0. This team is now 28-0. The big question, what's the difference between the two squads?
I mean, there's a lot of difference, to be honest with you. You know, it's pretty much a brand new club. You know, we start 5 different players than we did last year. We're actually young. Last year we were old. So it's been, you know, a really good experience for everybody. It's been fun for me bringing all the new guys in. Obviously, we have a couple kids, you know, from last year's team, you know, Mason Hunt and obviously Brock and Isaac were all key members of our team last year. But our guard play with Isaiah Hill and GJ and Will and Rome, those guys, they're all freshmen. So it's a combination of, you know, mixing the young with the old, and it's worked so far.
So did you anticipate that this group could do similar things to what last year's group did?
No clue. I had no idea. I think I'm surprised as anybody in Tucson. I had no clue. And it just kind of worked out and gelled. And they, again, like last year, I kept telling people, you know, the reason we're good is because our guys get along and they don't care who scores and all that kind of stuff. Same thing this year. Our guys, you know, they all hang with each other off the court, and they really don't care about individual accolades. They want to just win basketball games. They don't care who scores. I mean, we had a leading scorer last night against South that has never been our leading scorer before. So it's just kind of fun to coach that way.
You know, we had Brock Mendoza on the show about a little bit of a month ago, around the beginning of January, and the thing that just marveled when we were talking to him and when we were looking at this lineup is there's not a single guy on this team that plays more than 20 minutes, and you've got 9 guys playing double-digit minutes this year.
And that was similar to last year. I mean, when people were recruiting Cohen Jay and Gabe and those guys, you know, I kept telling them, I said, look at the minutes. Like Gabe Oldham is, you know, starting for the University of Denver. He just set a record at Denver for rebound. I said, he's only averaging 18 minutes a game. And I said, you know, if you put that times that by 2, you know, double his stats. I mean, which is really impressive. So same thing this year. You know, we had a lot of blowout wins throughout the season where guys are only playing 20 minutes a game. And so, you know, their stats are almost cut in half, and it's the same thing this year. So I guess it's a good problem to have.
We're chatting with Brian Peabody, the head men's basketball coach up at Pima College. They're the number 4 ranked team in NJCAA Division II. They are 28-0 to start the season, 16-0 in the ACC AC. You mentioned obviously a few pieces back from last year. Mason Hunt, who was a key player on that team last year. How has Mason improved his game this season?
It's not even close. If you could say there's one thing better this year than last year for my guys, it's on the defensive end. You know, if you look at, and I know it's probably dumb for me to say, but, you know, we can win scoring 120 or we can win scoring 51. You know, so like South Mountain is the second best team in our conference. They love to slow the ball down. They hold it for 20 seconds and then on the shot clock and then go. And we won 51-50 last night. You know, we only scored 70-some points. So it's definitely where Mason has been on the defensive end. And he's really taken pride in it. He usually guards the opposition's better 4 or 5 man, and he's taken pride into it. So he's been a way better on the defensive end and rebounding. He's doing a really good job on the glass.
You mentioned, obviously, you know, how efficient this team is in terms of the number of guys that play. Last night's game, I was just looking at some of the numbers. I mean, Isaac Johnson doesn't miss a single shot, 6 for 6. Garen Graham, you mentioned, I think, was probably the guy that had never led the team in scoring. He goes 6 for 7. When your offense is running so efficiently like that, walk people through what's happening that guys can get those shots, get easy shots like that, and have those high shooting percentages.
Well, you talk about Isaac. I mean, if you look at his stats, he might be leading the country in field goal percentage. Wow. I mean, it's just not yesterday. He's at, I think in the ASAC, he's at 73%, you know, and that's for 28 games. It's not like just one game. He's 28 games into it. And he just, you know, he's just all over the rim. He just only takes good shots. He's a very average 3-point shooter. That's not his game. And a lot of kids think that's their game, so they shoot threes and they're not very good shooters. That's not him. He doesn't do that. He knows that, you know, he'll take 1, maybe 2 a game, and then everything else around him is on the rim. He knows how to cut, when to slash. He has a very, very high IQ. And the good thing about it is I don't have to run any plays for him. Usually you got to run plays for your better players. I don't run any plays for him, you know, and maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm a dumb coach. Maybe I should run more plays for him. But he's so efficient on the offensive end. I know for a fact he's leading the, you know, ASAC in field goal percentages, and he's definitely in the top 5 in the country.
Yeah, 72%. That's pretty impressive for sure for anybody on a team. So what needs to be improved as you guys get down this final stretch, get ready for the region competition, and then obviously, you know, more than likely a berth in the national tournament, unless the doors fall off. But what do you want to see this team improve at most in the final stretch?
I think every coach is going through the same thing. It's all the little things that you need to work on, which we did today. We watched film, you know, and everybody's going through this right now. You play a game, then you turn around the next morning, you know, you get no sleep, you break down film, show it to our team, hey, this is what we need to do. So it's just all the little things, you know, blocking out and free throws. What are you doing in late game situations? I think it's just all those little things. It's nothing major. It's all, you know, fine-tuning, you know, what you've been doing the whole season and just getting better at it down the stretch so everybody has confidence. And it's hard to, you know, simulate every late game experience, but as a coach, you try to do the best that you can. You know, hey, we're up 1 with 30 seconds left, all that kind of stuff. So we've been doing a lot of situational stuff because we're going to be in that. And we were last night. We were up, I think 12 with 3 minutes to go, and we had done something that we had not done before, and it was running clock and then getting into a set, and the guys did a really good job. So just those little things.
Garen and Isaiah played at a place called Premier Prep Academy. Is that here? Where's that at? I've not heard of that school.
Yeah, it is. It's here in town. A longtime coach, Marty Groth, actually started it, and they're running it. It's the real school. It's sanctioned and all that kind of. It's not part of the AIA, but it is sanctioned, and they play in a different league. But they play their games out of, I think, Sporting Chance, and I'd offered both the kids, out of high school, and they elected to go, and then they came back. So it worked out perfect because I got another year out of them, so they got to mature, playing basically post grad or whatever you want to call it, and then came back. So it worked out really well, and they're a huge reason that we're in the situation that we're in right now, because both of them, Isaiah Hill's leading the country in 3-point percentage, and he takes a lot. He's shooting 56% going into last night's game. And then GJ is probably our most valuable player because he does a little bit of everything. Like last night, we give a player of the game after each game, and he was a player of the game, not because he scored, but because he makes everybody better. He was unselfish. He rebounds, he assists, he dives after loose ball. He guards the opposition's best player, and he's just a blast to coach. And those two guys have way overachieved in everything that I thought they were going to be, and that's a big reason why we're in 28-0.
I mentioned we chatted with Brock Mendoza like last night. He doesn't score any points, but he plays a solid 18 minutes, gets you 8 rebounds, and so how do you categorize a game like that for him, where maybe he's not scoring offensively, but he's still doing some of the other things?
Well, that's the cool thing about this team is he didn't have a field goal attempt. Yeah. It wasn't like he had a bad game. So the way that South Mountain plays is they literally put 5 guys in the paint, which is fine, and we finally did a really good job attacking it. So our perimeter guys are wide open, and Brock did a really good job. So we would throw it to him. I guess the best way to describe it is using him as a decoy. Go ahead, put 5 guys on him. We got guys on the perimeter that can shoot it, drive, and all that kind of stuff. So we used him as a decoy all night last night, and it just left open shooters. Like our 2 shooters are Rowan McKenzie and Will Fiegel, and they had 22 points between the 2 of them. I think they went 6 of 12 from the 3-point line. So that was our philosophy going into the game. And again, like right now, you're just trying to get a victory, a W, and Brock was really happy after the game, even though he didn't get a field goal attempt. And that's every college coach right now is you're just trying to get a win. Doesn't matter how.
We're chatting with the head coach at the Pima College men's basketball program, Brian Peabody. Brian, I always joke I got one of your ex-players here from Greenfields, our guy J.W. Madden. Tommy Lloyd always jokes about drawing up. He wants to invite people over to Bob Dobbs to draw up plays, but he doesn't know you're the king. You're the king at Bob Dobbs. You've been drawing up plays at Bob Dobbs way before anybody else. I keep telling him, I keep saying we got to get you and J-Dub reunited for some diagramming of old Greensfield offense over at Bob Dobbs.
Hey, you guys are always welcome.
I know
the play.
I know the play, DK. The play is JW, you sit over there as the 10th guy on the bench, and we're going to run this play for Matt, and you just watch what happens.
That'd be the only issue is we didn't have a lot of plays for GW, so I don't know. We'd have to do something different. But we can always do that. You guys are always welcome. Always welcome. I've learned more and I signed more players than Bob Dobbs than I have anywhere else.
He knows so much basketball. So clearly you rubbed off on him because he knows more about the game than anybody I've ever met that maybe did not play Division I. So
that's awesome.
All your teachings went into the brain and stayed in the brain.
I'll take that as a compliment. I appreciate it.
All right, we're gonna make that happen. We're gonna make that reunion happen here
First
sometime. In
rounds
the near
on
future.
me. How's that? First rounds on me.
There you go. There you go.
Be careful when you say that.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, continued success as you guys finish out the regular season and get ready for this run in the national tournament. Looking forward to seeing what this team can do and if they can exceed what last year's group did.
No, I hope so. And anytime, David, I appreciate you guys having me on.
Brian Peabody, he is the head men's basketball coach at Pima College. 28-0 to start this season. 16-0 in the ACCAC. They are going to be the number one seed in the region tournament. And like I said, unless the doors fall off, this team is going back to the national tournament with a chance to bring home a national championship. All right, if you're a Pima basketball fan, if you've been up on West Anklam Road watching this team, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Again, completely different team for the most part outside of Mason Hunt. And Mason Hunt was a real big piece of that team last year. Don't get it wrong. I mean, he played a lot of minutes for that team last year, but outside of him, it's a pretty new team, and they've been able to play just as well in terms of winning games. 107 points they average per ball game. They only scored 70. He said they only scored 70 last night, but they still were able to get the win despite the fact South Mountain tried to slow it down on them. So I want to hear your thoughts on Pima basketball if you've had a chance to see these guys play this season. DK on the Sports Tip. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and weather together. On La Cañada north of River Road, possible police activity in that area. La Cañada north of River Road, possibly a collision at Oracle and Ina. Some slowing at that intersection of Ina and Oracle. Rain into the evening, 45 the overnight low, 59 or high tomorrow with a 25% chance of rain. 62 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by My Doctor Now, your same-day family doctor.
Never wait to see your family doctor again. And My Doctor Now, you don't need to take time off work or even schedule ahead. Open 7 days a week. It's your family doctor. Available same day, every day, guaranteed. Go to My Doctor Now, your same-day family doctor.
Hey, Ron.
Gary.
Gary. William. Ron.
Gary.
Hey.
Okay, we got that out of the way. What's on your mind?
I don't think people should pay their bills.
That sounds...
illegal? Let me finish. I don't think people should pay their bill until 2027 for a brand new system from Alaskan AC.
Wasn't this my idea last month?
Yes, but this is this month, and it's my idea.
Hard to argue that logic.
Okay, so the message is simple. Get a brand new heating and air system
installed neatly in just one day
with AeroSeal duct sealing
and inspected 5 ways to Sunday.
All of it, and make no payments till 2027
with approved credit. I'm the disclaimer guy.
So yeah.
Yep. Now what?
No need to complicate things, right? Start this year out with a shiny new heating and air system
and no payments for a full year.
Seems like we're forgetting something.
No, I did the disclaimer thingy.
Can't put my finger on it.
Oh. Schedule now at alaskanac.com.
That's it.
Can't forget that part.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you.
the CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Okay, get this. Now at Wendy's, you get to go biggie with new Biggie deals. That means going biggie with the $4 Biggie Bites, biggier with the $6 Biggie Bag, or biggiest with an $8 Biggie Bundle. So now you can choose and customize your Biggie deal. As you should. Sorry, I get fired up when I'm talking deals. More Biggie options so you can get more of what you really want at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You know it. Your neighbors know it. And let's face it, the mailman knows it too. Your yard just isn't what it used to be. But thankfully, Dorado Rock Materials can get you, well, your yard anyway, back to what it once was. And even better, Dorado Rock Materials has just what your yard needs, from decorative rock to boulders and everything in between, brought right to you. And if you need help spreading it, we can help with that too. Dorado Rock Materials. The right service, the right product, the right price.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. Tune to DK on the Sports Tip weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hour number 2 of our show on this Thursday, creeping towards the weekend, creeping towards another exciting day of Arizona basketball. Both the men and the women are going to be on the road this weekend. And down in Texas, ladies will face Baylor coming up this weekend, while the fellas have a date in Houston. So tough, stiff competition for both the Arizona Wildcats men and women coming up this weekend down in the Lone Star State. Arizona softball playing right now. They are up 9-2 against Boise State. That's in the top of the 6th inning. Riley Holder in relief of Janae Berry, who started this game and walked 4 of the 5 batters she faced. I think she got the first out in the first inning, and then walked 4 batters in a row. 2 of those would come in to score. That was one came in to score right as the rain came. The other came in to score after the game was resumed from the rain. Since then, Riley Holder has gone 4 2/3 and allowed just 4 hits, no runs. She has 3 strikeouts to kind of calm things down for Arizona.
To be fair, I mean, if you can't see home plate through the fog, it's kind of hard to throw strikes.
Hard, I guess. Yeah, it is. It's not easy.
I lived in Emeryville for like a year and a half to 2 years, East Bay, and the fog, DK, I guess I didn't understand what San Francisco Bay Area fog was like until I actually lived there. But yeah, that stuff is thicker than I've ever seen fog anywhere else.
It's I've not lived there, but I've seen it at times. It can be very, very difficult to deal with. That is for sure. Last night, the Wildcats found a BYU club that limped in here to Tucson, and they were somewhat difficult to deal with. It was a tight game for the most part through the first half and into the second half before the Wildcats pulled away for a 7-point win. Looked like they might win by double digits. They were up by as many as 16 in that game, but BYU does what BYU does, and that's fight back till the bitter end. Let's hear a little bit from what Kevin Young had to say. Kevin Young, after the ball game, was asked about these games because this is not the first time. It seems like it's happening a lot where BYU falls down in these games in the Big 12 and they just claw their way back because some of the games they don't win. They don't. In fact, they've only, I think they're 7-6 now in the Big 12. Wildcats, of course, are 11-2, but they never give up. They show a lot of fight. Kevin Young on his team's resiliency late in these games.
I mean, I thought it was a neck-and-neck game, and they got a little spread by getting a few offensive rebounds, but they got that lead. So in terms of our ability to not quit, we just got competitive guys, and I think we have a lot of belief in ourselves no matter the situation that we find ourselves in. And that was the case tonight. But again, I mean, that's a really good basketball team, right? So it's not like you can just say, oh, go do this, and then it's going to work, right? You got to obviously give them a lot of credit because they had a lot of guys that stepped up.
They did. I mean, you talk about Anthony Delorso, who had not been shooting the ball well, knocking down 4 threes, 4 of 8, and scoring 22 points. Ivan Karchinkov taking a primary scoring role again. He had just kind of been one of those guys that gives you double digits, but maybe not your leading scorer. But he knocks in 17 points on a night when Braden Burries wasn't necessarily all that well, playing through a little bit of a sickness himself. Dwayne Aristo dealing with a sickness too. It's kind of that time of year where guys are just not at 100%. And Kevin Young talked about the ability for Arizona to use multiple facets to beat good teams.
It's a strength of theirs for sure. Even there, I mean, I thought we did as good of a job of any team in terms of negating their bigs when we played them at home and kept them off the glass. I think we held them to a season low in second chance points. And then Burries and Bradley killed us, and so we, that was something we tried to take away today and crowd the paint a little bit more. And then, then it was the shooting, right? And so you have to give their coaching staff credit for putting a team together that can hurt you in a lot of different ways. And, that's a really sign of a good team where you can win, multiple ways. So, again, credit to those guys for that. We said that they were going to have to make threes to beat us, and they did. And so and we want to make other guys beat us. You have to give Del Orso credit. He hasn't had a great year. Statistically, he shot the heck out of the ball tonight. So you have to give him credit. And was I surprised by it? Yes, I was. But that's life. Shots go in, and you got to keep competing. And like I said, you just have to give their guys credit for stepping up and knocking them down.
J-Dub, Kevin Young not anticipating that the Wildcats were going to beat his team, knocking down 3-point shots. They made 9 on the ball game, and it was critical. It was critical when you come down to what happened at the end of the game that they make those shots last night.
Yeah, I mean, he may not have anticipated it, and Anthony Delorso shot 42% last year from 3. 42% from 3.
Yeah, there you go. You know what pulling the goalie means?
No.
Okay, so pulling the goalie means that you take the goalie off the ice in hockey. So you're not protecting your own net so that you can add another offensive player to try to get more offense at the net at the other end to try to score. So that's what the Americans did to get the time.
Yeah,
goal.
like
That sounds like kind of a brave move, right?
It is.
It's
It
bold.
is.
Like,
It
it's
is,
a bold
'cause,
move.
yeah, you're leaving your goal
Like
unattended.
wide
So
open?
all the defense has to do is get a clear flick down to the other end, and they probably got a free goal.
You'll see something similar in soccer,
I was
like the
gonna
same
say,
kind
I've
of
never,
thing.
I've never. Well, I watch kids soccer, so I never see
Yeah.
that. But okay, fair enough.
if the goalie on a soccer team is athletic enough to get a header in, you'll see a lot of goalies come up for corner kicks late in games and leave an open goal. But you're right. I mean, basically, if the other team gets the puck or gets the ball, there's nobody protecting the net. So
Yikes, that's bold. Bold
it
move.
is.
Well done.
Bold move. So that was that. So that was the American hockey team, and then for the first time since in 24 years, we have an American woman standing not only on the podium for figure skating in Alyssa Liu, but at the top of the podium as she won the gold medal.
Right on.
2 years after she gave the sport up.
What?
Yeah, she quit. She quit the sport after Beijing. She was in the Olympics at Beijing. She quit the sport, but then she decided to come back and try it again, and now she's a gold medalist.
Right on.
In a sport that we used to dominate.
Nice.
Back in the day.
Well,
Sasha Cohen. Do you remember Sasha Cohen?
I know that name.
Yeah, Sasha Cohen was the last American woman to stand on the podium.
It
She
all
won
went
the silver.
south after that reality TV show drama that happened back in the day.
Yeah, it was. I mean, you remember those years? I mean, there was some. I mean, that was obviously Michelle Kwan, Sasha Cohen. What was the girl from Massachusetts that was really? Oh gosh, I cannot remember her name. I used to know all that because that was like at the height of when the Americans. That was after the whole Nancy and Tanya drama. When it got real again and we got really, really good. But yeah, we have not been very good at figure skating over the course of the last few years. But we back.
Right on.
We back.
USA.
Can we get USA? USA. USA.
America.
There we go. America. I like that. Let's win some
I
more.
would play some fancy Olympic music right now,
Yeah,
but we
we-
would get in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, we were going to
Oh,
play out.
oh.
Yeah, they got all kinds of weird rules.
Watch those
I don't even think we're
rules.
supposed to even call it the Olympics legally. Like,
Is it like the big game?
Yeah, we're gonna get sued for that.
Winter Games.
Yeah, Winter
Winter
Games.
Games is what we can call it.
The Winter Games in Europe. We're not even allowed to say Italy. We can't even just reference it.
Be careful.
Somewhere over there on the other side of the pond, they're
It's
doing
crazy.
sports.
That's fair.
It's crazy. All right, Cricket is here, and she's getting. It's cold out there today, Cricket. You know, it's a little chilly out
I
there.
don't like it.
I got to be out at the ballpark tomorrow. I have to wear my heavy stuff tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's going on the traffic streets? Is it still raining? I don't know if it's still raining out there or no. Did the
Well,
rain end?
It's going to come back.
Oh boy,
I believe.
All right.
From the Auto Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together. Ina and First Avenue, a hit and run wreck. Some slowing at Oracle and Ina, mostly on westbound Ina at Oracle. Some other usual rush hour slowdowns, westbound Speedway at I-10, also westbound Grant Road at I-10. Rain is expected into the evening, into the overnights. 45 are low. 59 tomorrow. DK's going to need a cap and a jacket. Also a chance of rain again tomorrow, too. It is 61
Maybe
now.
some gloves.
And gloves, too, yes. And I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Score major deals on top brands at Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Find your dream mattress today. Their sleep experts are highly trained to find the right one to fit your unique needs. They make sleep easy.
Tucson, get ready. Championship golf is back. The Cologuard Classic by Exact Sciences tees off March 20th through the 22nd at La Paloma Country Club and the Westin La Paloma Resort and Spa. PGA Tour champions battle it out for the legendary Conquistadors Helmet Trophy. And it's all for a great cause, benefiting colorectal cancer awareness and youth sports. Don't miss it. March 20th through the 22nd. Get your tickets now at CologuardClassic.com.
It's tax time, y'all. If you want to file free, this next one's for you.
Now taxes is so free. Tax free edition only. Roughly 37% of filings qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. Now this is tax.
Love that jam. Up next, commercials.
Intuit TurboTax Free Edition. See if you qualify at TurboTax.com/free. No schedules except for Earned Income Tax Credit, Child Tax Credit, Student Loan Interest, and Schedule 1A.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, during our President's Day sale, take 50% off our limited edition bed, plus free home delivery with any bed and base. Ends Monday. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
From offices and warehouses to retail spaces and restaurants, the right lighting transforms your environment. At Arizona Commercial Lighting, we've been proudly locally owned and operated for nearly 40 years. Our extensive inventory of in-stock lighting solutions is designed to meet both commercial and residential needs, with quality, variety, and value you won't find anywhere else. Visit us at 1436 East 17th Street or explore our offerings online at azcommerciallighting.com. Be sure to ask about available TEP rebates. Arizona Commercial Lighting, powering business through precision lighting.
You know it. Your neighbors know it. And let's face it, the mailman knows it too. Your yard just isn't what it used to be. But thankfully, Dorado Rock Materials can get you, well, your yard anyway, back to what it once was. And even better, Dorado Rock Materials has just what your yard needs, from decorative rock to boulders and everything in between, brought right to you. And if you need help spreading it, we can help with that too. Dorado Rock Materials. The right service, the right product, the right price.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Okay, get this. Now at Wendy's, you get to go biggie with new Biggie deals. That means going biggie with the $4 Biggie Bites, biggier with the $6 Biggie Bag, or biggiest with an $8 Biggie Bundle. So now you can choose and customize your Biggie deal. As you should. Sorry, I get fired up when I'm talking deals. More Biggie options so you can get more of what you really want at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
Join David Kelly this Wednesday from 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards for Wild Card Wednesdays. Showtime Cards will have live box breaks happening right in the store. You never know what pulls might pop up. Whether you're into baseball, football, basketball, soccer, MMA, comics, Pokemon, Star Wars, or anything in between, Showtime Cards has something for every collector. Catch all the action this Wednesday, 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards, located on Speedway just east of Craycroft, with Wildcats Radio 1290.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance, making it easy to save you money. When you bundle your auto policy with home, condo, or renters, you'll earn a multi-policy discount. Easy to bundle, easy to save. Visit Progressive.com.
I'm Bridget Condon with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Seattle Seahawks are officially up for sale. The estate of Paul Allen announced Wednesday that the formal sale process has begun following their second Super Bowl win earlier this month. Allen's will stated that the Seahawks would eventually be sold, with all proceeds going towards philanthropy. Elsewhere in the division, the 49ers have been announced as one of the teams that will play in Mexico City next season. This is their second international game of 2026, as they'll also face the Rams in Melbourne, Australia. Plus, the Chiefs restructured quarterback Patrick Mahomes' contract, according to NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero. The move cleared nearly $44 million in cap space for 2026. And Lions team president and CEO Rod Wood announced he'll retire ahead of the 2026 season. Wood has been with the Lions since 2015 and will remain with the team until his successor is hired. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. 520-848-1290. We were talking about the Wildcats win over BYU last night, 75-68. I do want, we were hearing a little bit from Kevin Young. Let's hear this one cut. And the Cougars were playing without Richie Saunders. The Wildcats did not have Koa Pete and Dwayne Aristode, who they likely will not have on Saturday as well in Houston against the Cougars. Kevin Young just talking about the fraternity of coaches in the conference that showed their support for BYU after it was announced that Richie Saunders' career was over.
You know, we've all followed and played sports our whole lives, and unfortunately injuries are part of the game. So, and so is adversity. And so you just have to figure it out, and you got to find ways. You know, I thought AJ did a lot of good things tonight trying to carry our group. You know, when you have guys go down, you know, like they had guys step up too, right? And to the topping point, like Texas Tech's going to have guys step up. And, you know, unfortunately that's, you know, sports can be brutal. But that being said, one thing I do want to say quickly is just I've really appreciated like the brotherhood of the Big 12 coaches. You know, I got several really heartfelt texts from several of the head coaches in our league about Richie. I shot a few out myself to Texas Tech, and just really appreciate like the brotherhood. It's pretty cool.
All right, that was the head coach of the BYU Cougars, Kevin Young, just talking about some of the coaches that reached out to him to express their sadness that Richie Saunders was not going to be playing anymore. And again, you know, you compete against these teams, but like I mentioned yesterday, at the end of the day, you want to see the best players out there. And now, unfortunately, we're not going to see some of the best players as we get to the tail end of this season. Let's hear from Tommy Lloyd real quick here on the update that he gave after last night's game in terms of Koa Pete and Dwayne Aristode.
I mean, I don't know. I would assume so. You know, I haven't been told otherwise.
Dwayne play? I don't know what.
I don't know exactly what the timeline is on his deal. I don't think it's anything crazy long. You know, I mean, I'm letting J-Rock handle that, and the same with Koa. You know, I'm sure they'll reevaluate him, you know, when we get back from this trip. But I'm not anticipating any lengthy type you know, on the sideline type deal.
Koa is reevaluating after. That means Baylor. You're not expecting him for Baylor then?
I'm not going there. I don't know. I mean, he's probably not playing Saturday. I'll go that far, and we'll see, you know, how it progresses. You know, it's one of those things. I don't think it's anything, you know, serious or season ending.
Yeah, I forgot that obviously this is a trip coming up for the Wildcats. They'll go to Houston, even though it's kind of crossing over into week. They'll go to Houston, and then they'll stay on that trip down there for the game on Tuesday to Baylor. So, in all likelihood, Koa Pete to miss the next 2 games before he would be back here in Tucson to be reevaluated. I don't know if he's going to travel or not, but I would imagine he will for the game coming up the following Saturday against Kansas.
Yeah, I mean, look, the first goal is to do well non-conference. The second goal is to win your conference. The third goal is Needs to have as much health going into March as possible to represent the conference. So that's personally my goal. I've seen enough seasons with Arizona having 30 wins and not doing great in the early rounds of the tournament. I just think it's so important that you're playing your best basketball and as healthy as possible. And if Brett Yormark really wants exposure for the Big 12, put 4 teams in the Final Four. That'll get you some exposure.
There you go. There you go. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Want to hear your thoughts on the scheduling, what you think. Do you like?
Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center. This is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together. Collisions Aviation and 22nd Street and Aviation Parkway. Hit and run wreck reported at Ina and First Avenue and Ina with some westbound backups. Westbound on Ina at Oracle. We've got for our weather, rain expected into the evening, 45 the low. Our high tomorrow, 59 with a chance of rain again tomorrow at 62 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together.
This report is sponsored by My Doctor Now, your same-day family doctor.
Never wait to see your family doctor again. At My Doctor Now, you don't need to take time off work or even schedule ahead. Open 7 days a week. It's your family doctor. Available same day, every day, guaranteed. Go to My Doctor Now, your same-day family doctor.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-447-7755. That's 800-447-7755. Once again, that's 800-447-7755.
Hey, man. It's me, your furnace, man. Hey, can I get a light here, man? I know we live in Arizona, so I understand I'm not, like as cool as your air conditioner. But I still need a tune-up at least once a year, man. So get the best in town, man. Goodfellas AC, bro. Hey, anybody smell that, man? I swear it wasn't me. Okay, it was me.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Join David Kelly this Wednesday from 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards for Wild Card Wednesdays. Showtime Cards will have live box breaks happening right in the store. You never know what pulls might pop up. Whether you're into baseball, football, basketball, soccer, MMA, comics, Pokemon, Star Wars, or anything in between, Showtime Cards has something for every collector. Catch all the action this Wednesday, 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards, located on Speedway just east of Craycroft, with Wildcats Radio 1290.
Cash in on huge savings now at Royal Kia. Lease the 25 Kia Sportage plug-in hybrid for just $192 a month, or the 25 Kia K4 for only $279 a month. Royal Kia has 0% APR and no payments for 90 days on so many new Kia models. Choose from the 25 Kia Telluride, 25 Kia Sportage, Sportage Hybrid, 25 Kia Sorento or Sorento Hybrid with 0% APR for 48 months and no payments for 90 days. Going electric? Get 0% APR for 72 months on the 25 Kia Niro EV or 25 Kia EV6. 0% savings are on now at Royal Kia. But these deals won't last. Hurry, offers end 3/2/26. For offer details, call 520-269-4290. Royal Kia at Speedway in Columbus or royalkia.com.
For Love Insurance Month, SelectQuote asked couples, how do you know it's love?
We share bank accounts and calendars.
The snoring doesn't wake me anymore. We have matching tracksuits in 3 different colors. Don't judge us.
They think my puns are grape. Get it? Get it?
Yes, we get it. Love isn't grand gestures, it's showing up day after day. Just like life insurance, it's the quiet promise that says, I've got you. For over 40 years, SelectQuote has helped millions find affordable coverage. Get covered for as little as $1 a day. High blood pressure, diabetes, we'll find you the right policy at the lowest price. Call 1-800-565-9090 for your free quote today. Our agents work for you, comparing rates to save you money. Help protect the life you're busy living with SelectQuote. Don't wait. Save 50% or more at SelectQuote.com. Call 1-800-565-9090. That's 1-800-565-9090. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
A lot is expected of Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson this year with new offensive coordinator Declan Doyle. The OC said he expects everyone to attend the offseason programs, even if they are voluntary, something that Lamar Jackson has notably skipped throughout his career. The new approach may be a culture shock for Lamar, but winning comes at a price. And last season, the Ravens did miss out on the playoffs. I'm Adam Abdallah.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Ah,
The most beautiful time of year is upon us. Tax season. And TaxSlayer is here to help you file. We guarantee 100% accuracy and your maximum refund. Those are some good numbers. And you can trust me, because I'm a talking calculator. Did I mention TaxSlayer even has support from real US-based humans? If you have any questions along the way, beat the rush and start for free today. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Throw it back out to Bonsa over to right. Pretty good look at the three, and it's good.
Good ball movement by BYU, catching Arizona in transition. Not a true fast break, but the Wildcats were scrambling.
Robert Wright, the third, his first triple of the game. He's their best shooter from outside at 46%.
Yeah, they didn't make a whole lot of threes, did BYU last night. Just 6, shot under 30%. But they made enough in the second half to whittle that 16-point lead that the Wildcats had, and as many as 12 with about 2.5 minutes to go, down to a final 7, and as low as 5 after 3 straight baskets by Keba Keita, A.J. Debonsa, and Kendall Davis Jr. So I told you we should have flipped. We should have flipped the Westwood One people yesterday. They told us, take the Wildcats, lay the 12.5 points. J-Dub and Kelvin were not buying that last night. I probably should have flipped it as well because we've been basically flipping everything they tell us to do, and it's been working out pretty well. So just to give you an example, Monday night they told us to take Houston plus the 2.5 on the road at Iowa State. And they also said that because those two teams play such great defense, to take the under in that game. Well, we flipped it and took Iowa State minus the 2.5. The Cyclones won by 3. And we took the over in that game, which was 134.5, and the final was 70-67, so it came in at 137. So we flipped both those bets and did a parlay out of it and brought home $34.12 out of that one.
The news hasn't gotten to Vegas quite yet that the Houston Cougars are not your grandpa's Houston Cougars this year. They have one of the most efficient offenses. Like, we know that they hold teams to 45 points, but they usually win games 58
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together. Collisions reported La Cholla and Ruth Ruff and La Cholla, Aviation and 22nd Street and Aviation Parkway. Some slowdowns for both directions of travel on I-10 near Alvernon Way, backups westbound Valencia approaching and passing I-19. And I'm Cricket in your weather. Rain into this evening, 45 the low, 59 tomorrow is the high with a chance of rain tomorrow again, 62 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's new Luxe Value menu has 10 lavish indulgences, all $3 or less. It's easy to get carried away. Like when you try the new mini taco salad, you could ask, do I need a salad fork? The fork in the bag's fine. Luxe Value menu at participating locations while supplies last. Price and participation vary. Tax extra.
Hey, Ron. Gary. William. Ron.
Gary.
Hey.
Okay, we got that out of the way. What's on your mind?
I don't think people should pay their bills.
That sounds
illegal. Let me finish. I don't think people should pay their bill until 2027 for a brand new system from Alaskan AC.
Wasn't this my idea last month?
Yes, but this is this month, and it's my idea.
Hard to argue that logic.
Okay, so the message is simple. Get a brand new heating and air system
installed neatly in just one day
with AeroSeal duct sealing
and inspected 5 ways to Sunday.
All of it, and make no payments till 2027
with approved credit. I'm the disclaimer guy.
So
Yeah.
Yep.
Now what?
No need to complicate things, right? Start this year out with a shiny new heating and air system
and no payments for a full year.
Seems like we're forgetting something.
No, I did the disclaimer thingy.
Can't put my finger on it.
Oh, schedule now at AlaskanAC.com.
That's it.
Can't forget that part.
I've always wanted to learn French, but the app I tried didn't help.
If you want to memorize words in another language, there's an app for that. But if you want to really learn another language, there's Babbel. Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different. Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Babbel feels like it was created intentionally by people who really know what you need to learn another language. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Want to really learn another language? Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com to save up to 50%. Babbel.com.
Now that's what I call savings. Truck buyers, this one's for you. Get up to $7,500 off a new 2026 Chevy Silverado and up to $4,500 off a 2025 Chevy Colorado. 2 tough trucks, one place to save. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Call us at 747-8000, see us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall, or on the web at O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly with nationwide 5G because Cricket is on the AT&T network. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Progressive knows that boat days can come with unexpected problems.
Oh no, I dropped my lip balm in the water. I can't think of anything worse than the looming threat of potentially having chapped lips. It was ginger vanilla, too. My favorite flavor.
If a real problem comes along, your boat's protected 24/7 with Progressive, so you can keep worrying about boater problems. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in D.C.
Start your day with the morning jolt of Drake C. Toll.
You've never been a football coach before, so you're not allowed to talk about this. No, I can have burnt mozzarella sticks and say the chef's not working.
Then Black and Abdallah.
Adam Abdallah.
That's what we do. We rank quarterbacks.
Fired.
Okay.
And Westwood One Sports Night caps it all off.
I don't know how they're going to win, but they're going to win. We're open all night here on Westwood One.
Westwood One Sports Talk. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Nobody covers your cats like we do. We are the home of your Arizona Wildcats. KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right. So I mentioned when we were chatting with Spencer Linton yesterday that, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and I remember the season before the Cavaliers, the Cavaliers drafted LeBron James. They basically traded away a bunch of guys in that offseason prior. Like, I think they had Lamont Murray. They traded him away. They traded a bunch of guys away.
Isn't like Darius Miles on that team?
He might have been. Yeah, it was a bad team. It was a bad. I think Wagner and Darius Miles. Sean Kemp might have even still been around. I don't even know if he might.
Ricky Davis.
Gone. Ricky Davis. Talk about somebody faking a rebound to get a triple-double.
Bro.
Ricky Davis.
Don't do that.
So they basically set that team up to fail so that they could be the worst team in the NBA and draft LeBron James, which, of course, changed the trajectory of the franchise's history. So I get it. I've teams have done that, I think, for years. It's very rare, though. I mean, it's very rare that you have. I mean, I don't know that there's been another instance where a team has had a player in their own backyard that's at the top half or even in the top 3 picks of the draft that you would want to set your team up to try and do that, like the Utah Jazz have in this situation with A.J. Debonta, who's playing up the road in Provo for the Utah Utes. So, again, it's a player that fits. J-Dub drew the correlation that last night. He broke the rookie scoring record that was held by Danny Ainge, who is the chief personnel guy for the Utah Jazz right now. So there's just a perfect fit right there for that team to put a player like A.J. Debonta next to Lauri Markkanen and some of the other pieces that they have there to try to become a dominant team in the West.
And remember, they just traded for Jaren Jackson Jr. From Memphis. So, and he's going to be sitting out for the rest of the season to help with the tanking. But yeah, they do have a nice little roster that they're putting together for now.
That doesn't necessarily make sense. I think there was a more classical view of that in the old days, where it was just sort of an understanding among partners about in terms of behavior. I think what we're seeing is modern analytics where it's so clear that the incentives are misaligned. I think when you maybe further answer your question, are we seeing behavior that is worse this year than we've seen in recent memory? Yes, is my view, and which was what led to those fines, and not just those fines, but to my statement that we're going to be looking more closely at the totality of all the circumstances this season in terms of teams' behavior, and very intentionally wanted teams to be on notice. And there is a bit of a note when you see it quality to this. I mean, we spend a lot of time at the league office going back and forth with teams on injury reports, on coaches' decisions. It's not a position necessarily we want to be in, but I'd say also to address your question, it's not what the fans want at the end of the day, although my caveat is, and this is where teams are in a difficult place, many of you in this room have written, and understandably, about our teams, that the worst place to be, for example, is to be a middle-of-the-road team, either be great or be bad, because then that will help you with the draft. And so in many cases, you have fans of those teams, maybe it's not what they want to pay for to see poor performance on the floor, but they're actually rooting for their teams in some cases to be bad, to improve their draft chances. So I think we're coming at it I'd say in two ways. One is, again, focusing on the here and now, the behavior we're seeing from our teams, and doing whatever we can to remind them of what their obligation is to the fans and to their partner teams. But number two, as I also said in that statement, the competition committee started earlier this year re-examining the whole approach.
All right, that's Adam Silver talking about the whole tanking situation here and how it's really gotten to as bad as it's been of late in the National Basketball Association. Right now, when you look at the standings, I mean, the Wizards just don't seem to be getting any better, despite the fact they've been at the bottom of this league forever, it seems like, and they're always at the top of the draft, but they haven't gotten any better. The Pacers, we mentioned, are bad because they're injured, and Tyrese is out, and so they're going to have an opportunity. The Brooklyn Nets are down there. They've got 15 wins this season. Those are just the teams on the East. Then in the West, you've got the Sacramento Kings, who were pretty good just a few years ago. I mean, there's a lot of excitement around that team. Light the beam. Yeah, light the beam and all that crazy stuff. Now they've lost 14 games in a row.
Yeah, and Sabonis is out for, was it the year? I saw a report recently that Sabonis, done for the season. And so is Zach LaVine. So you talk about tanking. Like, again, Jaren Jackson Jr. played a couple of games for the Jazz when he came over and then had surgery and was ruled out for the season. So the issue there was Commissioner Silver mentioned a fine. The Jazz were fined because they didn't put Lauri Markkanen and
Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center. It's Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. Collisions reported 22nd and Kolb Road and 22nd Street, Ruth Ruff and La Cholla and Ruth Ruff, also 22nd Street and Aviation Parkway. Backups westbound Valencia approaching and passing I-19. Rain expected into the evening. 45 is going to be the low. Tomorrow, 59 the high, with a chance of rain tomorrow as well. It is 60 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. At Lowe's, Blueprint Takeoffs turn your blueprints into quotes faster. Bring your plans to the Lowe's Pro Desk and get help streamlining the estimating process. Then, when your order's ready, Lowe's delivers to the job site.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic, plus get a $300 instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know you can't cook. You're not one of those people who say that they can, but when people come over for dinner, they find out the hard way, you can't. You can't even microwave popcorn, and that's literally just one button. Plus, measuring and patience are huge parts of cooking, and that's just not you. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pricing coverage match limited by state law.
Now that's what I call savings. If you're looking for a real truck, get up to $7,500 off a new 2026 Chevy Silverado, plus up to $2,500 off a 2026 Chevy Equinox, and $8,500 off the Equinox EV. It's all happening now at O'Reilly Chevrolet. Truck tough deals, real savings. Call us at 747-8000 or see us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall or on the web at O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Our beautiful Arizona winter weather brings cooler overnight temperatures, which means some of you are now seeing your vehicle's low pressure warning light. Colder overnight temperatures can lower your tire's pressure just enough to trigger a warning light. But don't worry, many times the solution is simply adding the correct amount of air to your tires. Then get back to enjoying the fantastic winter weather. If adding the air doesn't do the trick, stop by any of our 14 area Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care locations for a free tire inspection and air pressure check. And if you need help with the low pressure warning light, we fix those too. Mention this radio offer for free installation with the purchase of any new tire pressure sensor. We'll install it in your wheel and rebalance your tires absolutely free. You'll find even more specials to get your car road trip ready at jackfurriers.com. So call ahead, make an appointment online, or just drop by. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Since 1960, we're here to get you there.
Welcome to guided meditation. Close your eyes. You're at the beach. The seagulls are calling. You take out your iPhone 16e you got from Cricket and use Apple Intelligence to clean up that selfie you just took. It's a good one. You send it to your friends instantly with nationwide 5G because Cricket is on the AT&T network. They're totally jealous. Get iPhone 16e for $49.99 when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Requires new line on the Supreme Unlimited plan. First service charge and tax due at sale. $25 activation fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. See store for details.
Progressive knows that boat days can come with unexpected problems.
Oh no, I dropped my lip balm in the water. I can't think of anything worse than the looming threat of potentially having chapped lips. Ah, it was ginger vanilla too, my favorite flavor.
If a real problem comes along, your boat's protected 24/7 with Progressive, so you can keep worrying about boater problems. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in D.C.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
February weather in the Oak Pueblo is beautiful. It's the time of year to go outside and enjoy the great outdoors. Springtime will be coming soon, and so will the Arizona heat. Now's the time to plan for the long, hot summer that we all know is coming. Now, for a limited time, we are offering 5-year, no-interest financing on Rheem Air Conditioning and Heating Systems, OAC. Call now, 520-492-0748, or book your appointment online at PictureRocksCooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing.
Westwood One presents Today in Women's Sports. The most decorated skier of all time is finally back on the podium at the Winter Olympics. American superstar Michaela Schifrin ended her medal drought with gold in the slalom Wednesday. She finished her runs a full second and a half ahead of the field. Schifrin earned Olympic titles in 2014 and 2018, but was shut out in Beijing 4 years ago. She had failed to medal in 8 straight Olympic events, but now the skiing phenom adds another gold to her collection.
So much work just to be able to show up for 2 runs, 47 seconds, and it's not always easy. Sometimes it feels impossible, but in the end today it was to take away the noise and to just be simple with it.
Schifrin is the first U.S. skier to capture 3 Olympic golds. With Today in Women's Sports, I'm Amy Lawrence on Westwood One.
The cost of mesothelioma treatments can exceed $400,000, and families often face losing their homes and life savings just to pay the bill. The Rights and Claims Department of Flint Cooper has helped victims secure financial support they need to pay for their care and ensure their family's future. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma and don't have legal representation, call Flint Cooper now at 800-606-8169. Time is running out for you to file a claim, so don't wait. Call 800-606-8169 for a free consultation.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Yeah, I'd wear a paper bag too if I was them. Thanks a lot, fellas. God bless.
Jerome Tang, he was the one that kind of started the whole rant, the coach's rants of, I guess it's February. These have all been in February. So we have more. I mean, actually, Bobby Hurley might have actually started it up, and then Jerome Tang and others.
Bobby Hurley's was kind of a depressed rant, though, right?
He's a bit depressed.
Well, like it used to be so good in here, and now there's just no energy.
No energy. No energy at the mountain, whatever they call it there. What's the financial? No, they all their stadiums have corporate names. I can't even keep them all straight.
My job is to cover the Arizona Wildcats, so I don't care.
There you go. So we were talking about Darren Peterson, who has had issues. He did not play, obviously, when the Wildcats and the Jayhawks got together in Lawrence. Perhaps he'll play next Saturday here in Tucson. The question is, will he play the whole game? Because that's been an issue, too. Though the nights when he has played, he hasn't necessarily been able to get through an entire game due to cramping issues that he's had. Well, these cramping issues sparked their way into the conversation again last night. Kansas knocked off Oklahoma State 81-69. Darren Peterson scored 23 points in that game. He played a grand total of 18 minutes. So pretty good, pretty solid game.
So
6 threes. He made 6 threes in 18 minutes.
Right. So he had 20 in the first half.
Yeah.
And then he played a couple minutes and had 3 points in the second half. So it was really the first half, 20 points in 15 minutes in the first half.
So there's video out there. He took a shot, and then it looked like he motioned to Bill Self that he needed
that we're not unaccustomed to, right now.
Trey hit that three to go up 13. How big a shot was that, and what happened after that? It looked like he said, "I got to come out," or what?
Did they cut it to 10? Yeah. And then he makes the three. Oh yeah. He was going to come out, I think, before he made the three, and then he makes the three, and then he said, "Get me." So I didn't know that he'd be done, but obviously he was cramping.
You've talked about wanting to have a consistent consecutive period of time with your team so you get a sense of what you have. I guess how concerning is it that it's a month from the tournament and there's still an uncertainty with Darren and his cramping?
It's a concern, but I thought we were past it, but obviously we're not. But it's certainly a concern, and you get into the NCAA tournament and you're playing a team just as good as you, and you need to have all your best players available, so to speak. So, all it takes is for one day like that to derail not only a game but a season. So, it's concerning, but I do think we're making progress with it.
DK, I grew up with John Chaney, John Thompson. How about Bobby Knight? Could you imagine?
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, Wildcats, Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. 22nd and Kolb Road and 22nd Street. Reported collision, Kolb Road and 22nd. Got some slowdowns for westbound I-10 near Alvernon. Also for westbound Valencia approaching I-19. There's going to be some rain into the evening, 45 the low. Tomorrow, 59 the high, with another chance of rain tomorrow at 60 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's new Biggie Deals. Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie Deals at $4, $6, and $8. The new Biggie Deals are bigger and biggier than ever. For a pretty biggie deal, gotta be Wendy's. U.S. price and participation may vary.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Michaela's Mobile Spa, Michaela! Michaela got a quick business insurance quote from Progressive and chose from over 30 customizable coverages. Sure, it helps she's her only employee and does literally everything. But while others would rest on their laurels, Michaela was hard at work saving big. So take that, hypothetical other employee who doesn't exist. Be your own Michaela. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
I'm Dr. Howard Levine, Director of Cleveland Nasal Sinus and Sleep Center. During cold and flu season, I tell my patients the key to staying well is to pull out germs, mucus, bacteria, and viruses from the nose using the Navage-powered nasal irrigator. I irrigate my own nose daily with Navage to stay healthy and after seeing sick patients.
For drug-free congestion relief, trust #1 doctor-recommended Navage. Available at Walmart and Walgreens.
Now that's what I call savings. Looking for strength and value? Get $2,000 off a new 2025 Chevy Trailblazer, $3,000 off a 2025 Chevy Traverse, and up to $4,500 off a 2025 Chevy Colorado. That's real muscle, real savings. Right now at O'Reilly Chevrolet. Call us at 747-8000, see us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall, or on the web at O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
The Cologuard Classic by Exact Sciences tees off March 20th through the 22nd at La Paloma Country Club and the Westin La Paloma Resort and Spa. Watch PGA Tour champions battle for the legendary Conquistadors Helmet Trophy. Plus, Friday, March 20th, the Tucson Conquistadors present CQ Fest at Rillito Park with Lady A, Parmalee, Red Farron, and more. The Cologuard Classic by Exact Sciences benefits colorectal cancer awareness and youth sports. Get tickets now at CologuardClassic.com.
Join David Kelly this Wednesday from 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards for Wild Card Wednesdays. Showtime Cards will have live box breaks happening right in the store. You never know what pulls might pop up. Whether you're into baseball, football, basketball, soccer, MMA, comics, Pokemon, Star Wars, or anything in between, Showtime Cards has something for every collector. Catch all the action this Wednesday, 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards, located on Speedway just east of Craycroft, with Wildcats Radio 1290.
My heat and air work in a state of disrepair.
February weather in the Oak Pueblo is beautiful. It's the time of year to go outside and enjoy the great outdoors. Springtime will be coming soon, and so will the Arizona heat. Now's the time to plan for the long, hot summer that we all know is coming. Now, for a limited time, we are offering 5-year, no-interest financing on Rheem air conditioning and heating systems, OAC. Call now, 520-492-0748, or book your appointment online at PictureRocksCooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing.
Attention! Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-836-3388. 800-836-3388. Again, that's 800-836-3388.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
Once again, Cardinals coach Mike LaFleur would not commit to quarterback Kyler Murray. Speaking yesterday, LaFleur said, quote, just like everything else on the roster, open conversations in this building. LaFleur also said there's no time frame on a decision on his status with the team. That should tell you all you need to know about Kyler's value to the franchise. If the Cardinals could get anything higher than a third-round pick, there would be more urgency. I'm Adam Abdallah.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to A to Z Savings, our biggest sale of the year.
Happy to be here. Can I get some rotors?
Would you like brake pads with that?
How much are the brake pads?
Free with Duralast rotors.
Free. Really?
Really? Free.
I also need some oil.
Would you like an oil filter with that?
Yeah. How much is that?
Free with the oil.
Free. Really?
Really? Free. It's part of A to Z Savings with hundreds of deals.
From A to free.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Ends March 9th. Restrictions apply.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
On your Goldberg and Osborne, the injury lawyers scoreboard, Arizona softball beats Boise State today by a score of 11-2. Wildcats had a 6-run second, wrapped things up with a 3-run six to win in a run rule. Riley Holder in relief of Janae Berry, 5 2/3 shutout innings. She allowed just 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 1 walk. For
One
Riley
is better
Holder.
than 4.
1 is better than 4. Because Janae Berry walked 4 in the first inning and was taken out of the game. So this was the 3rd game Riley Holder has pitched. She actually pitched the other night in that game. I believe it was Tuesday night. They played Nevada in a one-off game at Hillenbrand Stadium, and she pitched in that game. She'd also pitched over the weekend against Utah Valley in the Bear Down Fiesta. She pitched 5 scoreless innings in the outing against Utah Valley. She did allow 4 runs in 4 innings against Nevada the other night. She walked 2 in that outing. 3 of those 4 runs were earned. So she entered today with a 2.33 ERA. So 3 outings now, 2 scoreless outings for Riley Holder, who is obviously going to be the number 2 pitcher behind Jalen Adams on this roster. She's just a freshman, though. Again, just a freshman out of Fulshire, Texas. So she's 5'11", and we'll have to see. We'll kind of have to see. That's going to be a lot of weight on her shoulders to try to be that solid number 2 that this team is going to need if they anticipate trying to go deep into the Big 12 and potentially win it. I mean, Texas Tech is, again, the team to beat. They've got the ace in the circle, and they are already off to a fabulous start to the season. So we'll see how that plays out. And the Wildcats are going to be playing Stanford. In fact, they have started that game against Stanford. We'll give you an update on that. I do want to remind you we're going to be out at Showtime Cards on next Wednesday. We pushed that show back. It was supposed to be, I think, a week ago, and we pushed it back to the 25th. So next Wednesday night, from 3 to 6, we'll be out at Showtime Cards for Wild Card Wednesday. Showtime Cards. So we've got live box breaks when we are in the store. You never know what you might pull, whether that's baseball, football, basketball, soccer, MMA, comics, Pokemon, Star Wars, anything in between. Showtime Cards has something for every collector. We had even that game that Cricket's nieces play. We popped a few of those cards last time we were out there. Catch all the action this Wednesday, 3 to 6, Showtime Cards on Speedway, just east of Craycroft. Join us, Wildcats Radio 1290. Also, we're going to be out at Arizona Baseball tomorrow for Game 2 of the set tonight. They'll open up a 4-game series tonight at High Corbett Field. Bring a jacket, bring a coat. It's going to be chilly out there tonight. Wildcats looking for their first win of the season. and they will take on UConn tonight with first pitch coming up here at the top of the hour at about 6 o'clock. It is Coach's Night. Right now, if you head on over, if you're done listening to me or you said, I've heard enough of DK, I don't want to listen to him spout off about everything in the world anymore, you can head on over to Freedom 1400 right now and listen to the Becky Burke radio show. We did not get to Becky Burke today. We'll maybe get to a little bit of that tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a jam-packed day. We'll have interviews, obviously, from baseball. Francisco Romero is going to join us on the show tomorrow. He's going to be calling the game for Spanish radio from Houston when the Wildcats take on the Cougars this weekend. So we'll get an update from Francisco. He's called a number of the games this year already here in Tucson. He's kind of been back in the broadcast seat. Always great to hear from Francisco. Shelby Martinez is going to join us on the show tomorrow. It is alumni weekend for Arizona Gymnastics. She is one of the assistant coaches for the Gym Cats and a Gym Cat alum. Over 100 Gym Cat alums are going to be back for Alumni Weekend on Saturday. They'll have a meet at 2 o'clock over at McHale Center against West Virginia, so that is going to be fun. There are a lot of festivities going on for them this weekend, much like when the 2001 basketball team was back here just a few weeks ago. So it is going to be another exciting weekend of Arizona athletics, so make sure that you partake in everything that's going on here in town. Well, we were talking about tanking early in this hour in the NBA, and news today that the commissioner has informed the league's 30 general managers that the NBA plans to make anti-tanking rule changes for next season. This is according to Shams Charania of ESPN. The league office had that conversation. Among the things that apparently this is going to entail, first-round draft picks can be protected only for top 4 and top 14-plus selections. Lottery odds freeze at the trade deadline or a later date. No longer allowing a team to pick in the top 4 in consecutive years and or after consecutive bottom 3 finishes. Teams can't pick in the top 4 the year after making a conference finals. Lottery odds allocated based on 2-year records. Lottery extended to include all play-in teams. Flattened odds for all lottery teams. So that's allegedly what is on the table. Right now.
Apparently there's a group call with all the GMs, and Mike Krzyzewski was hired a couple years ago as a consultant for the NBA. He was involved, and I was reading about that, and apparently they all said that it's all their faults. This is not like one team.
our team, hey, this is what we need to do. So it's just all the little things, blocking out in free throw. What are you doing in late game situations? I think it's just all those little things. It's nothing major. It's all, fine tuning, what you've been doing the whole season and just getting better at it down the stretch so everybody has confidence. And it's hard to, simulate every late game experience, but as a coach, you try to do the best that you can. Hey, we're up 1 with 30 seconds left, all that kind of stuff. So we've been doing a lot of situational stuff because we're going to be in that. And we were last night. We were up, I think 12 with 3 minutes to go, and we had done something that we had not done before, and it was running clock and then getting into a set, and the guys did a really good job. So just those little things.
Garen and Isaiah played at a place called Premier Prep Academy. Is that here? Where's that at? I've not heard of that school.
Yeah, it is. It's here in town. A longtime coach, Marty Groth, actually started it, and they're running it. It's the real school. It's sanctioned and all that kind of. It's not part of the AIA, but it is sanctioned, and they play in a different league. But they play their games out of, I think, Sporting Chance, and I'd offered both the kids, out of high school, and they elected to go, and then they came back. So it worked out perfect because I got another year out of them, so they got to mature, playing basically post-grad or whatever you want to call it, and then came back. So it worked out really well. And they're a huge reason that we're in the situation that we're in right now because both of them, Isaiah Hill's leading the country in 3-point percentage. And he takes a lot. He's shooting 56% going into last night's game. And then GJ is probably our most valuable player because he does a little bit of everything. He, like last night, we give a player of the game after each game, and he was a player of the game, not because he scored, but because he makes everybody better. He was unselfish. He rebounds, he assists, he dives after loose ball. He guards the opposition's best player. And he's just a blast to coach. And those two guys have way overachieved in everything that I thought they were going to be. And that's a big reason why we're, in 28-0.
Today's Casino del Sol replay is brought to you by Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
All right, Brian Peabody is not ranting about anything. Although if you don't play defense, he might just call 3 timeouts in a row and start ranting at his players.
Funny how coaches with 28-0 records aren't having meltdowns in their post-game pressers.
Exactly. They've got coming up this weekend, they'll play Saturday at home against Glendale. It'll be sophomore day out there, 4 o'clock. Both the men and the women will play out there this weekend. You know who's also not ranting? Tommy Lloyd. His show is coming up next with Brian Jeffries live from the Union Public House. Thanks to Brian Peabody. Thanks to J.W. Madden, Dragon Ball off today, and cricket as well. That's our time for tonight. Thank you very much for your time. Join us tomorrow from High Corbett Field. DK on the Sports Tip from 3 to 6, getting you set for Wildcat baseball. Until that time, have a great evening, everybody. You are listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic. Collision at Kolb and 22nd Street and Kolb Road. Watch for slowdowns. Expect slowing. That is westbound on Ajo at Mission. Southbound I-19 frontage road at Irvington. Backups also on westbound Valencia approaching I-19. And I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic.
This report is sponsored by IHOP. Introducing the IHOP Value Menu. All your breakfast favorites like pancakes, eggs, bacon, or French toast are just $6 every day. Get a big, filling sit-down breakfast for only $6. Go to your happy plates with the $6 IHOP Value Menu. Available every day at IHOP.
Hey, Ron. Gary. Gary. William. Ron. Gary. Hey.
Okay, we got that out of the way. What's on your mind?
I don't think people should pay their bills.
That sounds...
illegal? Let me finish. I don't think people should pay their bill until 2027 for a brand new system from Alaskan AC.
Wasn't this my idea last month?
Yes, but this is this month, and it's my idea.
Hard to argue that logic.
Okay, so the message is simple. Get a brand new heating and air system
installed neatly in just one day
with AeroSeal duct sealing
and inspected 5 ways to Sunday.
All of it. And make no payments till 2027.
with approved credit. I'm the disclaimer guy.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now what?
No need to complicate things, right? Start this year out with a shiny new heating and air system.
And no payments for a full year.
Seems like we're forgetting something.
No, I did the disclaimer thingy.
Can't put my finger on it.
Oh, schedule now at AlaskanAC.com.
That's it.
Can't forget that part.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance, making it easy to save you money. When you bundle your auto policy with home, condo, or renters, you'll earn a multi-policy discount. Easy to bundle, easy to save. Visit Progressive.com.
The dice are hot and the cash is calling at Casino del Sol. Every day, swipe your Club Soul card for a free entry into our Friday drawings at 6 p.m., 7 p.m., and 8 p.m. Plus, every 250 slot or table points gets you an extra entry. If your name is drawn, you'll step up and roll the dice. And if you hit 5 of a kind, you'll take home $5,000 in cool cash. Only at Casino del Sol, an enterprise of the Pascua Yaqui tribe.
We're chatting with our guest, always safety first, 811 Megaphone Man.
Call 811 before you dig.
You never stray from your mission of letting homeowners, landscapers, and excavators know you should always call 811 before you dig.
Call 811.
Call for both small and big jobs. And 2 working days in advance?
811.
Any parting words? And I'm guessing they will be.
Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Southwest Gas.
811.
Makes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Get your backyard summer ready with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you want to dive in this summer, now is the time to visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilder.com. Ask about our 60-day pool. To be summer ready, First Choice is the only choice.
Hey, man. Yeah, it's me, your furnace, man. Hey, can I get a light here, man? I know we live in Arizona, so I understand I'm not, like as cool as your air conditioner. I still need a tune-up at least once a year, man. So get the best in town, man. Goodfellas AC, bro. Hey, anybody smell that, man? I swear it wasn't me. Okay, it was me.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Family outgrowing your car? Hughes Federal Credit Union can help you get the car you want and the rate you need. Hughes is one of the only financial institutions in the country that doesn't switch loan rates based on a qualified buyer's credit score. That means you get our one-rate guarantee regardless of your credit score. We promise. When it's time for your next new or used car, Hughes is here to take you further. Check out our low rates on hughesfcu.org/auto and apply today. Certain restrictions apply. Insured by NCUA.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus Media station. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com. We are your home for Arizona athletics. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is University of Arizona Wildcat Basketball. And this is the Tommy Lloyd Radio Show, presented by West Coast Trial Lawyers. Each week, the Wildcats head coach talks Wildcat basketball. You're always invited to join us at Union Public House for great food.